Not your ass. You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up.
Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday night. Yes, we are back once again with another informative episode of Hobbservations on Roads to Liberty. Hobbservations, of course, is your preferred show for all things interesting in the firearms and tactical gear space, where I talk to interesting people doing interesting things. And tonight, we are going to talk to a man who is doing something that has been a long time in the making. He is bringing affordable gear to the masses. We have the Lord's silliest warrior in the meme wars. It is the Rebel SMG from Rebels Raiders. Sir, how are you doing this evening? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
There you are.
Oh. I kind of ruined my opening joke there with the sound, but I said maybe I should raise my prices so I can get some good lighting. There we go.
It's okay. We're in the same boat.
I'm using a desk lamp from not even IKEA. I think this was Amazon. Okay. I don't know. Whatever. I don't. Let me try something.
Doesn't matter.
Fine. You guys can see me.
That's fine. We just wing it on this ship, man. So before we get started, of course, the website is right up there in the corner of the screen, rebelsraiders.com. The launch is the 26th of this month, 26th of February in the year of our Lord 2025. If you want to go over there, check out some of the great stuff that he has to offer. And if you want to support us, you can go to Liberty.com to get some of our freedom swag, or you can use our affiliate link over at thealexjonesstore.com/R2L. 10% of all purchases done on that website will get kicked back to us, so maybe we can fix our own lighting problems.
Wait, are you guys on the Alex Jones store, really?
Yeah, we got an affiliate link.
Oh, that's awesome. I go to bed to Alex Jones almost every night.
I listen to the morning show when I'm working out in the morning, and then I listen to him in the afternoon before I go to work.
Yeah, I set my iPhone to turn off after 20 minutes, and I just put on. Usually, I haven't done it recently. Does he still have Prison Planet? Does he still have that one?
I think that's one of their backup websites.
Right. Okay, because one of them doesn't have the ads on there, so yeah. I have a bookmark, so I believe it's Prison Planet. But I just put it on. And then he's going like, "Oh, the fish are coming!" And then I just go to bed to absolute terror. That's what I do. I just literally just doze off as he's just talking about how I will be castrated tomorrow. So, yeah, that's what I do almost like every night. Like I said, more recently I haven't, but yeah, I am pretty steady on going to bed to Alex Jones.
He mainlines black pills in his sleep.
Yes, yeah, quite literally.
All right. Well, tonight we're here to talk about how the last time we talked to you was like over a year ago, where you had
crazy.
Yeah, where you had found and purchased and were selling the last container of the Kanai gear.
Yes.
Actually, before we get into what you're doing right now, for the people who may have missed the last time that you were on, just give the quick Cliff Notes version of the Kanai days and what you did with that, and then how you moved on into what you're doing right now.
Absolutely. So I used to work for a company called Kanai Pro Gear. They actually hired me off Craigslist. They had an ad out for people who liked airsoft. So I applied, and I got in, and then I applied for a job that they had there, which was like account manager. And they said, well, you don't really have the experience for that, but we do like you. So why don't you come in the warehouse? We'll figure out something to do with you. And I said, okay. So I went in the warehouse, and then I took over the brand. So I basically took over the brand because I'm annoying, forceful, ambitious, most importantly, annoying. So they kind of just gave up and said, you can run the whole thing. So I ran everything at Kanai. The only thing I didn't do was all the big boy decisions, although I did have influence on them. The only thing I never said was, hey, the answer is yes or no to this. I didn't have any control over that. But the end result was I basically was the hardworking millennial. You got to work really hard, put in the 12-hour days, and you can afford to rent a room and buy a used car. So that happened the entire time. At the very end of it, long story short, it's kind of weird, the timeline. You'd think it would happen sooner. COVID happened. So of course that's that's the modern, AD BC split, right? Is before COVID, or the Battle of Yavin, right? Is after the Battle of Yavin and before the Battle of Yavin, in this case, COVID. But COVID hit and some cracks started to form that I started to see. Long story short, the investors of the company pulled out and they were done. They said, we're done with the company, out. I probably should have seen a lot more coming, but anyways, they pulled out. And then I had nothing to do. I was unemployed. And for about a year, I was just searching around. A tactical company did reach out to me to get a plate carrier build because he liked my page. And then he subsequently completely ghosted me. It was actually a big company too. And after he ghosted me, I had like a Vicarian, my PC, which is what I wanted to do. I had a model just sitting there. And then out of nowhere, my former COO, I don't remember exactly even how it came up, but there's a 40-foot container of Kanai gear just sitting there. And I went like, what? Like, what is that? What? I don't understand. How do we have a 40-foot container of Kanai gear? Like, why did we go out of business? And he goes, I don't want it. And I said, okay. And then he gave me a price. The price was my entire life savings, basically. So I bought that. I bought everything. I tried my best to get the Kanai name. They wouldn't give it up. I don't know why. But they gave me everything but the name, up until including the laptop that this is plugged into. And I got the container. I then flipped it for more or less 3x of what I got it for. And then I took that money, all of it again, and I just purchased, and I started my own company, Mission Critical. Sorry, that was the old one. It was Courier 6 Designs. The brand underneath that is Rebels Raiders. So I did that. So I have an LLC that I could do whatever I want with. But the answer is, I started Rebels Raiders, and then I sold all the Kanai gear from my former company. Like I said, I more or less bought it. You know what I mean? I bought it and everything but the name. And I flipped that. So I 3X'd that container. And then I took all that money, got a contact actually from the former COO. He got me a contact of someone else, another factory. And then I contacted with them and designed a whole new set of gear and spent all my money on that. And that container is going to be here on February 26th.
And that is the story as we know it right now. That is the stuff that we are talking about this evening. You have put out on YouTube, you're launching with 4 new products, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have, Ben just pulled it up there on the side there. We have the Vicarian plate carrier package.
Yes.
The backpack there, the Phoenix. Is
the
that
Phoenix,
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The apothecary.
The
apothecary medical satchel and the Gizmo glider sling.
Yes.
So where do you want to start? You want to start at the small and work your way to the big, or you just want to just go full send and start with the Vicarian?
I'll go small and big. I actually like the Gizmo glider a lot. The answer is it's a 2-point padded sling. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to just go like, there's not really a ton of innovation in it. What the innovation is, really my product, I'm the opposite of luxury. My product is the price, right? Where I go, what is he selling? Because in the tactical industry, nylon is pretty saturated. It's quality, it's good. By the way, anyone who wants to produce, I'm going to go a little tighter, then I'll go right into it. Anybody who wants to produce quality nylon goods, they know how to do it. There's no secret. It's very easy to produce quality, right? The secret is, can you actually streamline your operations enough and match your marketing in order to sell it, right? That's basically it. That's the two. So the reason why I say my product is the price is the very end of the idea is that across the board, there's some innovation that I'm going to show everyone right now. But realistically, it's nylon, and it's been around forever, and there's plenty of nylon on the market, 100%. What I'm bringing is the affordable option. So with that part being said, the actual Gizmo glider is a 2-point sling. I want to show it off, but I actually lost my Ranger Green version, and I can't find it. So I don't have one to show you because I lost it. So the next part being said is, let me go and grab it, is something that I actually really like is the apothecary medical bag. So this guy's on the website for $45. If you see this anywhere else, it's basically going to be about $75 to get it out there, right? Same 500D nylon construction all the way around. One thing I'm really proud of is I got rid of it as on all my stuff. Zippers are these guys right here. Just the what's it called? I just forgot it. The paracord ones. The reason why
paracord
I
pull
bring that up
tabs.
is, the reason why I bring that up is because everybody makes fancy zipper pulls and they break. So these are just 2 cords. Nothing's going to happen. So anyways. All right. So Duraflex buckles, YKK zippers. The cool part is this guy opens up. You got a red tongue that you can grab so you can pull it open. You have your IFAC inside here. Again, I apologize for the camera. It's just me working it right here. So you have your IFAC and you have all the stuff that you need inside here. You can actually put it on this end too. And the cool part is I put Paul's webbing, Molly webbing, however you want to call it, right in the front as well. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, you can maybe slide your chair back just a little bit to
Yeah.
get more
Let me
of a
get a
wide
light on.
angle
Hold on.
view.
Let me turn on. There you go.
There you go.
That might do it. That might be a little better. All right. So going back over, we got Paul's Molly webbing in the front, right in there. God damn, you guys see it?
Yep. Ben, blow him up just a little bit.
Yeah, I can't even see my own screen. So
There you go.
and then we have enough room for on the side here. There's a room for like a radio, rifle mag, pistol mag, radio, rifle mag, pistol mag on both, symmetry on both ends. Then right here is a large, generous, as everyone watches my YouTube videos, I know I can say that word. Just a kangaroo pouch on the inside. Now, what really makes this kind of special over standard rapid deploy medical bags, on which, like I said, there's plenty of these on the market, right? I actually added right here on the top. You see these guys right here? Boom. And then the back, you notice this also doubles up right here, the Velcro.
Yep.
This doubles up as a placard as well. So you could take your strap here and run it in, and you could pop off, and I'll show it when I bring up the Vicarian. But you're gonna put your strap in here, then you could pop off your waist strap, and now you have the ability to run a placard. Run this as a placard, like just right here on your vest. That way you have all your first aid, rifle, stuff like that. So this is built for civilians or even a police officer, right? So basically you have this, you can grab this, you can respond to whatever it is you need, you can get the medical out, and then you can probably grab your slick carrier, which has your plates on it, and slap it on there just to have it on there. Then you can, like I said, there's spot for, you can probably fit about, I did it one time with 2 rifle mags and 2 pistol mags, which is more than enough if you're police or responding to something. So yeah, this is the Apothecary, full 500.
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead.
No, he had your video playing in the background there.
Oh, yeah. So it really is. It's just a rapid deploy medical bag. One of the reasons why I actually, even though it's kind of small, I'll call it small and mighty. One of the reasons why I actually like this one, I actually have a little bit more different. This, I'm going to say this correctly. This one is highly usable, right? You could take this, throw it over the back seat of your car, probably put a Velcro strap on the back, Velcro sheet on the back of your seat, and attach it to it. And now you have the ability to rapidly deploy the medical bag. You can carry a mag, a radio, whatever you need, right? Sometimes the industry, I think we go a little overboard with when we talk about preparation, and people are running around with 30 round mags on 900 rounds. And like, oh, we're going to Costco. I'm like, well, probably don't need to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you have something like this, you can fit, like I said, first aid, you can fit everything in here. And this thing, I mean, honestly, it kind of doubles up as a sling bag if you load it right, but you could carry quite a bit inside here and be good to go. It's kind of like a modern day satchel. Like I said, mags. You have like AR mag, pistol mag, radio, flashlight. Inside this main pouch, I fit like 400 chicken nuggets in here, but that's a lie. That's like 200. But yeah, you could fit, you could fit a lot. So it's actually small and a little purpose driven, but it is pretty good to go. It's a nice bag. And like I said, it does quite a bit for the price. So it's hitting that 45 and it's going to stay at that price. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that you got things streamlined down to the necessary equipment that a civilian would need. And
Yes.
You are right. A lot of the people in this space, they tend to err more on the side of what some type of like tier 1 operator is going to need when he's on a 3-day sustainment mission or something. And then there's my go bag for the day. But for somebody, like you said, who's just going to Costco, what do you need? A tourniquet, a pressure dressing, maybe one mag for a primary, one mag for a secondary, maybe a place for your cell phone and a flashlight, and some snackies in your little generous pouch in the back there. And
And
that's
maybe
good
even a new
for
Costco to go to if that trip to Costco requires all that. Maybe
exactly.
maybe I'm just fucking with you. No, I make that joke a lot, but yeah, I'm making that joke, but exactly that, right? Is that, as you said, one of the things the industry focuses on, and it's weird because it also then starts setting requirements based on that. As if, like you just said, yeah, you're a CAG operator going in for a 3-day mission.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, what? Like, wait, what are we talking? Like, what are we talking about here? Right. So a lot of the stuff that I design, and that's why a lot of the features that I built in have dual purpose, right? They can be for duty. Absolutely. Right. I do know I have military customers who want to use it. Like even right now, I have like 2 people who are in Ukraine and they're literally fighting in Ukraine and they're going to be grabbing the stuff right away. So it's absolutely built for duties. But like you said, yeah, I orient myself towards civilians who need the kit and they need to have some stuff that could, carry what they need to do and not break the bank. And the next one, I'll save the Vicarian for last. There's so much to go over.
Right.
But this one is open. So this one actually has the most creative input because it's kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of different bags, to be honest. But it is the Phoenix Duty Pack right here.
Yes.
So
And this one right here, like, if you don't mind me interrupting here real quick,
no.
When I watched all 4 of your videos, the Vicarian it's neat, and I really dig how you're getting an entire package into or an entire ecosystem into one package at an affordable price. But when I was watching your video on this product, this is the one that I was like, okay, this guy really put all of his brain cells into this, because there are a lot of features on this bag that stood out to me as I can't believe somebody else didn't solve this problem first. And there's a couple in there where I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know this was a problem.
Yes.
So the one that I'm thinking of specifically, the one that just like really jumped out at me, and you'll obviously go over when you get everything set up there, but there's the 2 clips on the helmet beaver tail that allow you to get into the main compartment without actually dropping the beaver tail fully. And I was like, holy shit, this is the first time this is done?
I think it probably exists on other bags, to be honest, right? It's an idea that I thought of because when I was working at Kenai, there was a review for the Phalanx where someone said, I like the bag, but the problem with the bag is none of the features work well with each other. And that was his complaint. He was like, yeah, it's good at this, but then it's bad at the next thing. Now, he overall complimented, said he liked it and was good, and that bag got a lot of good reviews. But there are several, and it's basically the Phalanx from Kenai and the Rush 511, where I was able to take both of those and kind of throw them into my head and then came out with this guy, essentially, right? So, the clips on that helmet part, that's always been like a weak point when it comes to helmet carry bags, is the helmet carry bag is either it's on the outside of the bag, and operating the helmet carry, from my experience, has always been kind of a pain, right? Because you can either tighten it all the way down, but then the bag is just doing that, or it's like essentially that once I'm getting all tongue tied. Once the helmet goes in the bag, the rest of the bag kind of becomes unusable, right? Besides, you have to take the helmet off every time. So actually, I'll go with that feature right now. Kind of hard on the camera. Realistically, it's actually really, really easy. So the 2 things I did was on the helmet carry portion here is we have bungee on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Bring it a little bit over. There you go.
So we have bungee on the side of the bags. On the side of the bags, I just increased the amount of bungee cord. A lot of people, this sounds really weird, but a lot of people, they get obsessed with the aesthetics of the bag. They look at their bags as they get shipped out, right? Or it really is any of their kit. And they look at it and how it looks on camera. And one of the things, I know this sounds weird, but I'm legit serious on this. How it looks on camera could be really good, but when you actually go to use the feature, it's shit. And what I mean by that is, generally speaking, people make things really, really tight. That way on camera, they look really good. But when you go to use the feature, it's impractical. Basically, if I want to describe it to you, you guys ever used an isomat that you have to roll up, or literally anything you have to put back into a carrier bag, right? Like a pop-up tent. The bags are never big enough. They're always this super tight thing and they're a pain in the ass to get on, right?
Yep.
So that happens with gear design quite a bit, where people want to make it look really good on camera, so they make it nice and tight, and it does. But when you go to use it, you're like, well, everything's freaking too tight. I can't use the bag. Or what I hate is the bag starts bulging on certain corners, and I don't really like that. So essentially, if you look right here, there's a ton of paracord space to tighten it down, right? This bottom piece, this bottom flap supposed to hold it in. This design I go back and forth on. I'm keeping it for right now. Some people do like it. They like to put a lot of different stuff in here. I'm gonna probably work on something in the future to rework this piece, but it is still very good. It's just something I think is a little older school when it comes to terms of design for helmet carries. Just a flap. It's just a flap that secures it on, but still very good. And here we've got on the side the same amount of elastic. God damn, you guys can see it? Yeah, this is the same amount of paracord. So to get into the clips, all right. Other bags, usually you have the clip and then the bag just clips in, right? Either it clips in and it becomes super tight, and then when you have the helmet carry in here, you can't really use it. So what I developed here is I'll use it as kind of a point. See this right here?
Yep.
This right here is just the extra webbing, right? See how it's tied in nice and tight?
Yep.
Right there.
Keeper on it.
Yeah, it becomes a little keeper. On the extra webbing, though, I said, well, this extra webbing, when you roll it up, use it as an anchor point. And this clip right here, if you look, it actually has a pass-through. So if I'll do it, I'll undo it for the video real quick here. The clip has a pass-through right there, like that. Nice and easy, right? Now, most bags would just have this piece, and you clip it in. And now the answer is, when you try and get your helmet out, it just does this, and the whole thing falls out, and you can't really use it because now the bag's undone and it's there. So this pass-through clip right here, you can run the actual attachment in. I'm just gonna do it it's hard to do it here. You can run it right through here. It's a little, there you go. So now if you look at it, the weight of the beaver tail gets caught on the excess strap. Now, what does that mean for the user? Well, that means is when you open your bag and you're using it, now this will stay in place. So now you can use your lid, and now the helmet carry will stay in place. So the helmet carry, especially if you tighten this down, like you can really cinch this, you can really roll this up. Now the helmet carry will stay locked on, independent of the lid movement. I'm sorry, in conjunction with the lid movement, on the opposite. It's independent of the rest of the bag. Does that make sense?
That makes absolute sense, and that is so simple and so genius. I absolutely love it. It is.
Well, thank you. And the
fantastic.
Simplicity comes from, if you guys can see right here, this is actually my helmet that I was issued in the Marine Corps. So this is what I call the K-pot. Everyone's, it's a lightweight cup. I call it the K-pot. Very easy to say. So this is probably the biggest issued helmet. I believe the Marine Corps, oh man, my camera thing's up. Oh, there we go. The Marine Corps one, I believe the ACH is a similar profile, maybe even smaller. Then there's the ECH. So all the cool guys want to run fast helmets, but I believe all helmets are beautiful. So you take this guy right here, and as I'll demonstrate really quick here. This guy, one second. And I'm doing it with the clip still attached too, by the way. So I'm showing you just how much this guy can comfortably fit a K-pot. Right. Yep. And now if you loosen this right here, you'll actually be able to get more room without having it to crunch into the helmet lid carry part. But the answer is this guy comfortably fits a Marine Corps K-pot, which means it'll fit any other helmet that you guys have. So if you have a full face motorcycle helmet, it'll fit it. It'll be pretty tight, but it'll fit it. But any other motorcycle helmet, any other helmet you have, this guy will fit it, because if it can fit a Marine Corps K-Pot, trust me, it can fit whatever it is you're packing, right? And everybody else with the fast helmets, stuff like that. And like I said, so you have, so I mean, I'm demonstrating it right now, right? You have your helmet carry, and I'm holding it with one hand. And do you guys see the helmet coming out?
Yeah, it's just hanging there, hanging out.
Yeah. And then you can take it. Now you guys notice the lid works completely independently of it. So now let's just say the bag was full. I zip the bag up. I'm just going to zip it up real quick. And then you just secure it to the top like a standard bag would. Right here. And right here. Right. There's even a pull tab. You can take some, depends on how you squeeze it in here, but you can actually take, I know it's kind of hard with one camera, but I'll leave this alone for right now. It is right here. And there you have it. Now you have your bag on here. Now it's clipped into the rest of it. Again, you can adjust it. I have it just loose right now, but you can adjust the tightening of it. And now it's right into the bag. There's nothing in it, so the bag looks a little weird. But now it's right into the bag. And there you go. And then you go, okay, I want to access my main compartment. You can just pop the clips real quick. Open the bag. Open it up. I'm going to get everything out of here. Okay, boom. Weed, Skittles, condoms, whatever. Bag comes back up. Zip it back up, and boom. See? Just like that.
It's beautiful in its simplicity.
Right. And then there's the K-Pot. Let's pull him out. So realistically, that was actually one of my coolest features of the bag, was just those pass-throughs that allow the helmet. And I know it's kind of funny because there's like that aha moment when you watch my overview video. And I think most people go, whoa, like now that makes sense. Because when you have that helmet, people usually just go, it's just usually just a strap that has an adjuster, and you can't really do much with it if the helmet's attached. So going down the rest of the bag, standard MOLLE in the front, little pouch, you can put whatever you want right here. And you got, oh, sorry, let me get in front of it. So there you have this piece. On the sides right here, you have MOLLE all the way down. And then I have two 9x6 pouches on the side. Open up. You can fit like a mag inside here, or 2 or 3 AR mags inside here. And then you'll notice on both ends there's a drag handle. Go ahead.
Are those 6x9s? Are those hard sewn on there, or are those removable and attached with MOLLE?
These are hard sewn on there.
Okay.
These are hard sewn right there on both sides. The design decision behind that is actually cost, and it's on you guys. So if I had them removable, they'd be an extra $10. If I kept them on there, I brought the cost of the bag down, but you got the same level of feature. So that's why I made the decision. Now, maybe the next one, if I make what I like to call the frame, where you can just like, it's kind of blank and you can just put stuff on or off it, which the next bag might be that, or it might just be where I sell this like kind of plain, and then you can buy pouches and put wherever you want, which is kind of the point of MOLLE to begin with, right?
Right.
But, yeah, these guys were sewn in because one of the things, like I said, it was basically like $5 or $6 per pouch to put on. But the pouch does have MOLLE on the outside, so you don't really lose all of that. So, I mean, that's kind of what you put on there anyway. So you have those guys built in. And again, the value of it comes with everything you need in a good package. And so then there's the secure clips up top. Let me get to the rest of it. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I always forget this because I do. This guy, see these little straps right here? It has a bottom, where you can put your isomat, sleeping bag, whatever. But it actually comes with adjustable and removable buckles, a strap system right here. Very few bags do that.
Yeah, they're either on there or they're off.
Yeah, they're either on there sewn in, which I don't like, or they come with these little pass-throughs, which then the company never sells you the straps to go through. So this one I'll take it out right here just to show you real quick. But yeah, this one has bottom pass-throughs that you can run anything you want. Like I said, usually an ISO mat's the best thing to do. But then you can remove the strap, just a removable secure strap little buckle, and you can pull this guy down and tighten it, whatever you want. So you can put that on the bottom, and it comes with the bag. 2 of them come with the bag. So like I said, you can take this guy and immediately go out. So there's the front, and there's a sunglass portion case right here in the front of the bag. Cool part is I built the back of it to be pretty deep into the bag. So this one actually fits. I don't think I have it on my desk right now, but I made sure, I'm a big fan of M frames. It fits a set of M frames. So you can put M frames in there and it works. So it's not just designed for like little cool guy influencer sunglasses. Patch field in the front for everyone to see. Patch field, easy. Then this guy opens up. See, no snagging, nothing like that. Inside right here is 2 storage pouches. Just straight liner, nothing to go wrong. Just straight liner. You can open them up, put everything you want inside there, and you are good to go. Then you'll notice this is actually a pretty impressive part of the bag, is the generous opening. So you're going to notice a few features here. One, we have a laptop / hydration compartment that goes down right here. And I'm going to do it all backwards here. So then the drawstring would be somewhere right there. Okay, it's hidden. So can you guys see it all okay?
Bring it down. Bring the camera down just a little bit. I can just see the top of the string. There you go, right there.
All right. So we actually have this piece, this string right here, to attach it, right? Cool part is this is actually built an inch off the ground. So if you drop your bag, you don't if you have your laptop in here, it doesn't smack the bottom of the ground. Okay?
Everybody hates that.
If the next, which most people do, the next part is you'll notice this actual laptop, this flap is not connected to the bottom. That actually is like movable. Then you go, well, why is that? Well, if you look up here, you'll see a mole field in the back of the bag. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
So if you put pouches right here, and then you put a hydration bladder in here, it'll push up. If you have a traditional one that's sewn on the bottom, it pushes against the whole bag and it starts to pop. Well, this one will move with you. So you don't have to have your hydration. Was that?
I said ingenious.
Right. So this one will just move out with it. So that way you can probably also put some stuff underneath here. But the point is, when you have pouches on here, like I said, like that one review, again, that review is like from like 2017 going, hey, a lot of the features don't work together. I really made sure that the bag features of this, they all work together. Like they work with each other, right? So like I said, you use this mole field up here to put your pouches on. Other people have like mesh pouches or something. That shit rips over time. Just put whatever, you can take your pouches off and on. And then right down here, like I said, you put your laptop or hydration in. Then this one will move if you have any pouches here. You're also noticing, and I'm holding it up, but you're noticing this little strap. Well, what's this strap for? This is not for hydration. You can actually take this and you can move it up and down the mole field right here, right? And you can adjust it to fit your size laptop if you want to make this a laptop bag.
Wow. That's a lot of features that.
Right. Because a lot of people, they want to use it for an everyday bag, which I get. So I'm just going to do this over the top. So they want to use it, which I understand. It's more of a duty bag than it is an everyday bag. But, and I'll get into this in a second, it's more of a duty bag than everyday bag. But like I said, I know people are going to put laptops. So now you have this strap that you can move up and down in the mole field, go across, whatever. And you can fit a laptop in here. Last time I checked, it's about like a 15 or 17-inch laptop that can fit inside here. And now you're noticing this pouch right here. This pouch has top access. So you can put, right? You can put some stuff in here. It's soft lined. It's designed for night vision to go in. So it'll fit a PVS 14 or a PVS 15 when it's crunched together with no mount on it. So you have to just make sure it's like, just the binocular form, right? And by saying no mount, is don't have your crazy Wilcox J-arm and all that crap on there. I'm just saying the night vision set will fit inside there. It'll fit an iPhone, the whole thing. Now, one of the things you'll notice this guy dangles, right, is really good. If you go, hey, I don't want that feature, but I also want to access this without holding it up. Now, I should have done this earlier, but I want to demonstrate. I actually have a hidden pouch on the top of the bag. So you can roll up this guy and shove it right inside. Where is he? You can shove it right inside this hidden pouch. Right here. And now you have clean access to your mole field without that guy dangling down if you don't want to use him.
Now, when I said before we started talking about this that you put all of your brain cells into it, you really did think of just about everything to make sure that this was as user-friendly, user-configurable as possible. There's a lot of features here that do, like you said, look like they were designed to work together without one stepping on the toes of another.
Yes. And it takes a lot. The problem with that is then you kind of requires a master's degree to break down the whole bag. And the cool part is up top, injection rubber, injection molded handle, whatever. There's ambidextrous hydration through the main part of the bag right here. So here's where it gets pretty cool. You could take right here, you'll notice there's a hole. You can grab this piece and pull it out, and now you have your hydration dangler. I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Yep.
There's a hydration dangler. Now, so as I already told you, there's ambidextrous hydration on either side, right? You could actually feed. So you go, but Rebel SMG, I am a poetry major, right? Or I enjoy the outdoors, but I also like posting racist things online. So, okay, what you can do is put your laptop in here and carry your water hydration. Wait, how do I do that? Well, I'll show you. So you put your laptop in here, right? Then you go, yeah, but I want to hike to the top of the hill. Then I want to go on Twitter and start doing what I do best. Okay, well, you can put your laptop in here. Then you can run the dangler through this little hole right here. You can run it through. Okay, now remember that hole in the top. I'm going to zip this up real quick. Okay, now you turn this bag around, and there is again, first off, a full straight nylon back with pad for, just for regular, airway and breathing, right? I should say breathability. But the cool part about this backing is literally nothing will go wrong. You can wear this against freaking sandpaper and you're good to go. But opposite handles for this guy to open up, and then you have a generous concealed carry compartment back here. And if you notice, the dangler is back here. So you can and then this part right here is a little bit loose. So that way it actually goes into the bag, so it doesn't pop out towards your back. You can actually put the hydration bladder in here and then run the hose through this hole and then run it to the main compartment through your ambidextrous side. Just like so. Then there's also a foam piece, so that way you can put your like a foam holster or anything you want and have your firearm right here. And there's also a removable stiffener plate in there. I wore this a lot, and I made sure that the bottom part of it, so everyone doesn't freak out, actually flushes out like kind of like a it gets curved out so it fits. And then I went over and I made a special plastic mold, which was something like 2.58 millimeters, to ensure that this is both pliable, but it's also not too hard so it doesn't dig into your back. That took a long time to get that figured out. But so now you can run hydration from your side. And as I brought it before, there's drag handles on either side. So Marine Corps style, you can grab your bag and throw it over your head nice and easy. So now my favorite part is actually the shoulder straps. You go, how the hell is shoulder straps your favorite part? Well, let me explain. If you notice right here, most bags give this up. I got rid of the bridge that most bags have. And you'll notice this Y shape, right? Most bags do this. You'll see the Y shape. Now, the Y shape is designed specifically to fit the human body, more specifically when you loosen it to fit wearing a plate carrier. If you notice, I've cut the shoulder pads at a very specific, basically diagonal angle. That way they naturally fit on the curve of your back, on the curve of your, like your top right here on your traps, right? They fit that curve. So when the bag comes other way. When the bag comes over, the bag doesn't just go straight down like this and dig into your arms. It actually goes out and over. So when you have if you tighten it up when you're wearing it normally, you just make sure it's nice and tight and it's good. But when you have all your shit on and you have a plate carrier on and everything, this one actually hugs those curves as opposed to other backpacks with the bridge that just dig into your neck.
Yeah, that was always the worst part of carrying an assault pack. When I was in the Army, we'd have, we'd carry put our IOTVs or our other plate carriers on, and then you'd you'd put your pack on, and then they would always slide off of your shoulders and then fall back and like dig up into your armpits, and it was just awful mess.
Yes.
And
So, as I said, in this right here, I'll tell you, this is 7 inches exactly, right? I actually went through, and it's a very long story. I did a lot of research into the construction of the average American back and the measurements of the neck and what was coming up for extreme comfort when it came to doing squats. So I actually took that measurement and I put it into the design of the shoulder pads to make it as comfortable as possible when carrying this. The test that I did was a 30-pound bag of salt with the helmet, with my plate carrier fully loaded to level 4 plates. And I did that, and I went on about a 1.5 mile hike, and I had 0 friction points on me. So there's a little bit of bag autism for you on that one. So here's the cool part. Now the straps come in the front like they're normal. One of the cool parts is I don't think people are gonna. There's hair all over this thing. Jeez. So standard. I actually mixed it. Some bags just go horizontal, then the other ones they go vertical. So right here, it actually has horizontal pass-throughs, so you can run your hose through, and then it has a vertical adjustment for your chest. So when you have this guy on, you can move it up and down the shoulder strap right here. You can move it up and down, and then that allows you to basically just have more comfort on your chest. And then this other guy has a little bit of elastic, so when you breathe, the whole thing moves with you. Now, the cool part is I included, if you'll notice right here, is a little piece of one wrap that comes on one of the shoulders. That way, if you notice, it's actually vertically aligned, is when you run your hose through, instead of letting it dangle, you can turn your hose around and then just stick the nozzle into this piece of one wrap. And that way you can leave your hose, you can have your hose running and not have it dangling as you're walking around or anything.
The man thought of everything, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, then you can switch it on either side. And now it actually comes with, but it's not on. And then again, I have the detachable buckles on this one. It'll come with the bag, but I did a demonstration on a video last night. So it's detached, but it comes with a removable battle belt as well.
Right.
And this battle belt is MOLLE all the way through. So it's actually a standalone battle belt if you want to use it that way. It has 2 mounting points on the back, so you actually can use it with our Vicarian's H harness, which I'll go over next. So I did an arm workout today, and this just keeps cramping like every 30 seconds. So this actually goes inside the Phoenix bag. It actually goes right inside there. But this has dual symmetrical pouches that you can access on either side, right here, and just a mesh flow through all the way. And then unlike other bag, I put this is female Velcro, so it doesn't dig into you when you wear it separately. But this goes through, and I can put it on later, but this goes through the bottom of the bag right here.
There you go.
So you know what? I'll do it on the camera. It's not that hard. It's hard to take out, but not that hard to put in. And make sure I have it in the right direction here. I'll put it back in the bag real quick. Give me a second. Just so I show you guys how it looks mounted. All right, so now I just put it in there. Here is your waist belt on the bag.
And there you go.
Yep.
Perfect
and
for
like
carrying.
I said, if you drop it, you'll hear a thunk. The frame is, if you look right here, this is a special piece. The frame on the bottom is longer than the bag. That way, anything you have in the bag, the frame will actually hit it first. And you hear that big thunk. That way, your shit in the bag doesn't get rocked when you drop it.
There you go. Got a hip belt for carrying heavier loads or for use as a standalone gun belt if you need it. Got tons of great features. That was the one that stood out to me the most because in the grand scheme of things, as cool as the other three items are, that is the one that is realistically going to see the most use in a day-to-day person's life. And it's got tons of features. That's the helmet beaver tail thing. It doesn't necessarily have to have a helmet in it. You can put a rain jacket or a poncho or just about anything in there. It's got a multitude of uses, and a lot of great thought went into that. And what is going to be the price on that sucker?
$150.
$150. So if anybody out there has been looking at tactical nylon lately with inflation and the market being what it is, $150 for all of those features is actually, I'd say that's kind of a fucking steal.
The only bag that most bags have some, I should say most bags. That's a 37-liter bag. There's few bags that are 37-liter and have the helmet carry. The closest would be a Rush 511, the 511 Rush 24, and that does not have a helmet carry, and that's usually around 140, and that doesn't have a helmet carry, right? The one bag up, which is their 55-liter bag, the Rush 48, that has a helmet carry. Similar features of that bag, a little bit bigger, but similar features, right? As far as the feature set goes, what you can do with it. And that one routinely runs I think you guys can look at, but maybe 170, 180. So with the features that you get, number one, most bags that have a helmet carry are very rarely under 40 liters, right? The Eagle Industries Yoke, which is the only one that's probably similar, that's a $200 bag. It has the helmet carry. The other ones usually would be a little bit more skateboarder oriented, and those are about in that price range. So as far as I know, I'm sure someone can look it up, but as far as I know, yeah, if you're looking at a helmet carry bag, you're starting at 160 minimum.
Right. Until now. And
one of the things I want to tell everybody when they say, how do you accomplish that? Well, there's two ways. Well, there's more than two ways, but there's really two ways you accomplish getting gear at a good price, right? You lower the cost of production. Generally speaking, that means cheaping out on materials. I did not do that. And this is what nobody wants to admit, right? Even I'm a conservative guy. No one wants to admit this. You make less money. I chose the later. That is the secret sauce to all this. That's the simplest thing. Trust me, I went with a very expensive factory and made sure that all of it was up to quality and ethical guidelines there. But the answer is I just lowered my ROI and said, here it is. Now, I'm able to do that, number one, through my gracious parents, that I'm able to utilize a lot of their assets, utilize their house as a warehouse. I'm able to do some stuff to save some money. But the end result is, because I have a career outside of this, just a very quick something about the gear, I have a career outside of this, which I like to leave eventually, but I have a career outside of this. So I don't pay myself from the company. It just goes back into inventory. So therefore I lowered my prices to make sure that you guys got good gear, because basically all the dollars that go into this thing, right, go right back into the company for more inventory. And eventually I hope with volume, I can start paying myself, and then I can leave my job. But for right now, the secret sauce to this pricing is simply I pay myself less. That's the secret sauce. That's it. That's all. I did not shrimp out any materials. If you actually look at my social media posts, which the Vicarian will show, the factory actually gave me another type of Velcro, which Velcro swore that it was just as good but cheaper, and I didn't like it. It's a knit Velcro. It's better for it's long nerd stuff. It's just better for an industry because the knit Velcro comes in sheets, so you can cut it, and it's cheaper. But I actually put production on hold and spent like an extra $2,000 to make sure they get the really good sticky Velcro, which is the actual legit Velcro that's standard. So that's the reason I bring that up is that is my secret sauce. I have another job that I do decent in, and I don't pay myself from the company. Money just goes right back into inventory.
There you go, everybody. Your boy's on his grind, bringing you the good stuff.
Yeah, and you too can have your own. By the way, when I say my own company, but I'm getting like thousands. I have a 40-foot container being delivered, so it's not like I'm rolling stroller strides out here where I'm just doing some like drop shipping horse shit. Not doing that.
All right. So now we're gonna get to the main course here, the Vicarian package.
The Vicarian. So hold on.
This one is kind of the jumping off point. This is the thing that we talked about the last time that you were on the show. This was the thing that was right there at the front of your mind. And here it is. We have it. It's sitting in front of us. We have product. We are about to go over the big deal, the big reveal here.
So here is the Vicarian plate carrier. So straightforward, standard carrier, because it's a plate carrier. I feel really bad I don't have my sling, but sorry. There's my little ADD right there. Anyways, so standard plate carrier, pretty good to go. We've got shoulder pads. By the way, everything I'm describing right now will come with the Vicarian. I'm not talking about different products. All of this comes with the Vicarian. So we got the Vicarian plate carrier. We got shoulder pads, mesh. Shoulder pads have Velcro too. See, again, I got the sticky Velcro, so this thing is like tight. And when I say tight, I mean like the Velcro is. And it has communication pass-throughs on the shoulder pads. Then laser cut MOLLE in front. I have a MOLLE row right here that you can run. So you can run anybody else's placards, anybody else's stuff. You can run it. Then there's laser cut MOLLE on the back as well. It's 9 rows tall. I did that specifically because at 9 rows, you can fit anybody else's back flaps. So if you have different breacher back flaps, you have Cry, Pharaoh, First Spear, Spiritus, whoever the hell, right? London Bridge, you can run their back flaps on here. You can even run the zippers, and then you can interchange and do whatever you want. So then the inside is just straight nylon, and I have a mesh innard to help some breathability. And the cummerbund on the side is a retention cummerbund with removable pull tabs. It actually comes halfway off, so you can time or you can take them off however you want. But it's a retention cummerbund. The special part about the cummerbund is I actually, instead of it just being for magazines all the way through, the cummerbund is like 4 inches, 2.5, and 1.5 inches on the cummerbund. So what that means, you can put like your IFAK back here, a magazine, and like a radio or a knife or something. So it's actually, like I said, a little more civilian oriented as opposed to just carrying, 12 mags on you, or in this case, 6 mags on you. It's designed that you can actually run all of your stuff. And on top of that, it also comes with, again, it comes with this, not a separate product. So I'm going to pop it off real quick. I'm going to reattach the cummerbund. So again, just real quick, you have the Vicarian plate carrier, shoulder pads with communication pass-throughs, laser cut MOLLE Velcro in the front. You have a traditional MOLLE row right here where you can attach anybody else's stuff. Velcro field, retention cummerbund, set up for more civilian-oriented utility use. And the back, you have laser cut MOLLE Velcro for patch field identification and if you want to run anybody else's stuff. Then, so I don't want you to go on to 20 different websites and get into 15 different arguments with people. It comes with its own single stage placard with laser cut Velcro MOLLE in the front as well. And then you'll notice it has 4 tabs on the side. And you wonder what those are for. I'll show you. But so it then also comes with a single stage placard. Then it comes with a 556 insert. I have one of my pull tabs on here, but here's the 556 insert. A delete key, which will come in later. I'm going to put the delete key on the back right now. And a 762 insert, and you'll notice I have the 2 pull tabs on it, so it comes with 3 pull tabs. So you can actually pop your pull tabs off and on your inserts. So I'll show you real quick. So here is the 762 insert. And if you guys notice me working everything for 30 minutes is because, again, the Velcro is the good Velcro. So now here's the 5.56 insert with the 3 pull tabs. So you can run it, and I'm gonna put the 5.56 insert right inside the placard here, and voila! Now you have a placard with retention that you can remove or replace as you see fit. 7.62 insert. There is a tourniquet holder. However, my photographer lost the Coyote one, and then Dirty Civilian ordered the Coyote one. So I sent him the Ranger Green tourniquet holder. By the way, I don't have any. This is all just off the line. That's why I don't have any special samples or anything. So this also comes with a standard elastic tourniquet holder. I just don't have one because it's on its way to another influencer, YouTuber. So it does have a tourniquet holder with it too. Again, it's just a standard Velcro with a little bit of a sheet of elastic, so you can just run your tourniquet inside there and run with it. So,
and if you guys are watching this now and you want to know what that looks like, or if you want to get kind of a better view of everything that he's talking about, how you can go to the Rebels Raiders YouTube channel and watch a full breakdown on that channel where the camera work is a little more production value than we've got right here. You did really good work, you and whoever did your editing.
That was Jay Infinite Media. I love him. He's a great. You guys can check him out too. I follow him on Instagram. Jay Infinite Media did all my photography work.
Cool.
So we now have the placard. By the way, I just increased. I should have done this in the very beginning of the podcast. I increased my screen so I can see it a little better. So here's the placard. Now, okay. So far, I don't have the tourniquet holder with me, but I said plate carrier, plate bags, front and rear, shoulder pads, retention cummerbund, single stage placard, 5.56 insert, 7.62 insert, and 3 retention tabs for your inserts, delete key, and a tourniquet holder. So then you go, okay, you're done. That's just the plate carrier. You're done. That's all. That's it, right? That's a lot to come with the plate carrier, but that's everything you need, and you should be done. Well, I'm not, because I have just a little bit more for you. So the next two that, again, this all comes with the Vicarian package. This is actually your H harness, which will form 2 different systems. So you have your H harness and you have your waist strap. So you take your placard, the Paladin placard here, and you go, I want to run a chest rig. I don't want to have all this stuff. I'm operating in the woods and it's hot and I need to just run some mags. That's it. All right. Well, you take your H harness right here, clip it in, throw this guy over, hook it onto the tabs, and I made sure that these guys were thinner but sturdy, so it's nice and easy to put on, because sometimes people will make it way too thick and then it doesn't work, and then it's a pain in the ass. And you run this guy right through. So, one second here. That's good enough for demonstration. Then you run this guy right through. Then you can take your waist strap, hook it right into the tabs, and you run your waist strap around.
And you get yourself a nice little micro ready rig for 2 or 3 magazines, depending on.
And now you have, yep, just like you said. Sorry, I just got caught up on the tab there. You got your micro little chest rig going. The delete key keeps you nice and comfortable. And now you can run your 3 mags however you like, right on there, just like that. Now you go, okay, that's impressive, Rebel SMG. That's pretty impressive. But I got to pay extra, right? No, it comes with it. Then you're going, yeah, but I mean, come on, who's going to run with 3 mags? I'm out here operating. I'm a serious operator. Okay, well, then you go, I want to have my whole system I want to be able to run everything but my armor because I'm operating in the jungle and it's too hot for me to wear my armor. So I go, all right, I got one better. So you take this guy, you got your rig on, right? You can leave it.
Yep.
You can pop off your waist strap like so. Disconnect your H harness. This guy. I'm going to leave the buckles on here so I don't lose them like I always do. So you take this guy. Now you have your H harness and you go, what's up your sleeve? What's going on? Well, come over here and you grab your cummerbund wallet, Velcro wallet. You open it up and you'll notice this takes the same effect as a rear plate bag would. And you clip in your, now you can start to see something forming, right? You clip in your wallet adapter, then you come over to the carry and plate carrier, and I even have an F, and then the goat to the sky, that way. Let's say your cummerbund has all your stuff on it because you're using the retention tabs as they're built, as the goat intended. So then you remove your cummerbund pieces. Bless you. You remove your cummerbund pieces. Then you run them through your Velcro wallet, as it were. I don't know if you guys can see it. So you run it through your Velcro wallet right here. And you go, oh, I got lost. Where do I go? Well, there's the F. Okay, so the F goes in the front. Boom. See? Marine Corps. Then you take your system. You guys start to see it. You probably should see it by now. Go ahead, throw it over. Then you wrap your cummerbund around to the front. And now you attach it with all your shit in here. It'll be a little thicker. Then you can adjust it for however you need it. But now you have a recce/ready rig system rolling.
Everything but the armor, all in one package.
Everything but the armor. Now, this will require a little bit of adjustment, and it's a little loose as of right now, but when you have all your shit in here, it'll pop a little bit, right? And then, again, you can remove these buckles on the side. You actually kind of get, the next run, probably the buckles won't be on the wallet, so that way you don't have 2 extra buckles, because you do wind up with 2 extra buckles. But there you have it. So now I'm sitting here with a whole recce belt kit rig, ready rig system that now you got right here. And you can just simply go, I gotta get really tight. You can really drive it home, and really get on there and run your stuff.
And there you go.
And there you go. Then when you're ready, you can just pop this guy off. Go, all right. H harness comes off. Wallet comes off. Take your delete key off. And reattach your, again, there's so much freaking Velcro. This thing just sticks to itself. Reattach your placard. Front, there's an F right here. Wrap it around. You can use the outside if you want, to be honest. If you're a larger gentleman, you can use the outside. And now your plate carrier is back in its configuration.
Yep, and I think that this is what the hype nerds in military recruitment or in military procurement refer to as a scalable system.
Yes, much modularity.
Much modularity. Very wow.
You very well. You can go up and down on this guy 500D nylon, cool guy buckles, all the good stuff, all quality, Ranger Green and Coyote. And I have, who else makes a plate care that requires, a dissertation to go over just how much it comes with?
Well, we've been sitting here talking about it for about a half an hour, and realistically, though, I think when I was issued my IOTV before my second deployment, the going over everything that had to go into that took longer than a half an hour.
Right? That thing is a lot.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on there. And you mentioned that the hip belt from the Phoenix pack can also hook into the H harness, right?
Yes, you can run because these are detachable. All the buckles are detachable, so you can pop this off and you can hook it into the Phoenix. You're gonna need a way to hook into the front of it, but you can run this on the back. Maybe what I might make is I might come out with like a male loop, so probably just a piece of loop on the bottom with a piece of webbing with a male buckle. That way you can just basically bolt, not like tie it through. Right, like you can just wrap it around the D ring and then just run it through, and you can just instantly tie it. So I might come out with that. But also the H harness itself is not. It's like a standalone H harness. You can use this by itself or something else. So I got the hydration pass-throughs, your ability to attach it to anything, and all the buckles work across all my products. So you can like if you lose the waist strap on your Apothecary, the waist strap on the Vicarian fits it. By the way, you know what you can also do? You can also run this on the Apothecary too. Not ideal, but you could keep this one right here. You could actually run the H harness on the Apothecary if you wanted to.
Yep, it's all what, 1.5 inch side release buckle, ITW side release buckles.
Yeah, something like that. And then you could probably run this through the Velcro wallet if you wanted to, and then to hack this on the back, and now you have your own little chest rig. Maybe the next one I'll have another little set. Maybe I'll have a little tab right there to hook them through. I can do it in the next one, where you can attach this. I thought of this actually kind of later. I didn't think I'm using this as a standalone rig because you already have a strap. So but the answer is everything the reason why I just kind of demonstrate that is you can do that, but everything I have is interchangeable. And on top of which, nothing is proprietary. So if you have other people's stuff, just pop off my stuff and put their stuff on. You can use my nylon.
There you go. You said Coyote and Ranger Green and black?
No, Coyote and Ranger Green to launch. No black.
Okay.
I might do black, but I'm going to do black probably for like if I do an EDC line, which is more like, an everyday carry bag, something to that effect. Sorry about that picture. I probably should have had that enlarged earlier. My bad.
No, you're fine. So Coyote and Ranger Green to start, maybe black, maybe gray.
Yeah. So I'll tell the note because for everybody watching, I'm in a unique position where most entrepreneurs don't have. Right? Is I don't need Rebels Raiders for income. I'd like it to be for income so I could stop, but the answer is I don't need Rebels Raiders for income. Now, why do I say that? I'm in a unique position to offer almost anything people want, right?
Okay.
I could really PSA this one. So when I say by PSA is, you guys want a German MG34 belt kit in multicam Tropic? I can do it, right? You want an original Hopi Indian sling bag, okay? I could do it, right? And you want it in 1942 Marine Corps frog camo, but then you also want it in 1944 Marine Corps frog camo with the Tarawa, modification. I can do that too. I can do all that. What I do need is people to buy it. That's what I need.
Right. That was the thing that I was going to bring up is like you have this excellent line here and you have a lot of excellent ideas and there's a lot of ways that you could go with like limited special run of some goofy shit like Miami Tiger Stripe or something like that. But it all comes down to whether or not people are going to fork over the cash for that.
Right. And at my prices, that shouldn't be a problem.
Shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully we can get the word out on stuff like this and any other YouTubers and social media influencers that you've been working with in order to get you to the point where you can start catering to the more niche needs of some of the more crazy camo artists out there.
I appreciate that. And that's actually one of the ideas behind the Vicarian is what I'd like to do is still, I might have what I call prime Vicarians, which will probably be like those two colors and maybe like M81 and multicam, right?
Okay.
Where those are, and I maybe do a black one where I call it, that's like the prime Vicarian where you get everything. Then what I could do is I could then just release plate bags in different height camo colors. And then you could just buy the plate bags and then just use all the accessories off the prime Vicarian onto those plate bags. So let's say you go out and you go, I want to get a desert chocolate chip plate bag. Okay, well then buy the Coyote Vicarian for $240. Then for an extra $50, you get the chocolate chip, right? The extra chocolate chip plate bag. And then that way you can now put the Coyote stuff on the chocolate chip plate bag.
And it doesn't look too goofy. And it doesn't look too goofy.
Right, and it won't look goofy. Or you want to roll the black on the chocolate chip, it'll look good too. But the answer is, I make the plate bags in that, and then you can roll the prime colors and even the camo, right? So maybe the camo, but yeah, you can roll the prime colors, all that stuff, all the harnesses and everything, and you can run it on if you have multicam Tropic, you can run the green freaking Ranger green stuff on the multicam Tropic plate bag, and you look great. Yeah,
exactly.
So,
and you just dropped it there. I don't know if people were paying attention or not, but the MSRP, the price that this is going to go for on the website, all of that, the plate bags, all of that stuff that we just went over there for the past 35 minutes, $240. $240 out the door.
$8 shipping, but $240. Yeah.
There you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and I hope that you go and give this man some business. He's got a lot of ideas rolling around in the head. He's putting a lot of good work into what he's doing right here. He's trying to get you, the responsible citizen, geared up at a price that you can afford with the economy being what it is right now. So go to right up there in the corner, rebelsraiders.com on the 26th of this month and patronize the business. And of course, like I said at the beginning, you can go to our website, roads2liberty.com, buy some of our freedom swag, or go to our affiliate link at thealexjonesstore.com/R2L. 10% of your order gets kicked back to us. If you give us some business, we'll give him some business, and maybe we'll do a little review and maybe raffle off a Vicarian plate carrier. We'll see.
That sounds great to me. I appreciate it. Also, a note, don't know for sure, but probably yes. The prices I'm saying will be the year round. I do believe I'm doing a launch Black Friday in February because I missed it because I had to get the new Velcro. I do believe I'll be doing a sale when I launch these. So the prices will probably be slightly cheaper than what I'm saying right now for the launch day.
There you go. There's the big banner right there. Launch day, 2/26/25 at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Plate carrier, duty pack, med bag, and 2-point sling. rebelsraiders.com. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on this expose of the Rebels Raider launch line. I'm Hobbs. Ben is in the background. Rebel SMG. Bringing you all the good for a price that you can afford. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.